Isn't Rob a phenomenal man? Good evening, women and men, colleagues, friends, I have friends here, and survivors. Another amazing event at UCI. They get better every year. And it's always so encouraging for me to see so many of you who are part of the solution rather than part of the problem. It seems like every year there's more and more participation in this thing that we call Take Back the Night. But did you ever wonder why we have to take back the night? Who took it from us? Who changed the beauty of the stars and the moon into a recurring nightmare for so many of us? And who decided that it was partly our fault when something awful happened to us in the darkness? And did you ever wonder why we think it's okay to dress our tiny little girls in thong underwear and arm our tiny little boys with toy assault weapons? What is acceptable about turning children into sexualized, violent mini-humans? And who decided that it was good business to sell video games in which kids could rape women and kill prostitutes? And did you ever wonder why big money is made by turning women into objects in advertising and other media? Why music videos depict females as lust-driven creatures who will humiliate themselves for any man? And who decided that it was not offensive to refer to women as bitches and whores? And did you ever wonder why most men can have a few drinks at a party and never worry about being raped? Or never feel that they deserve to be raped because they were drinking? And who decided that women should physically and emotionally pay for having that same kind of fun? And did you ever wonder why women who dress to impress their friends or attract possible partners are responsible for the physical violations committed against their bodies? Or that one's style of dress is an invitation to ravish one's soul? And who decided that those who dress to celebrate their bodies are begging to be raped? And did you ever wonder why we deny the fact that men are also sexually assaulted? What makes us so readily accept the female victim and suppress the idea that little boys are molested at an almost equal rate to little girls? And who decided that little boys should act like men, suck it up, and handle it on their own? And did you ever wonder why a tiny little word like no, 2 letters, is so difficult for some people to understand? That a word that is a first word for so many children becomes suddenly incomprehensible in a sexual situation? And who decided that unwilling partners must kick, scream, and punch to make that no understandable? I believe that most rapes and sexual assaults are committed by those who subscribe to what I call the prevailing social attitude, which means that women are not humans, violence is normal, no means yes, or at the very least maybe, that it is acceptable to be mugged, or carjacked, or robbed, but sexual assault is always the victim's fault. I believe that bystander behavior is responsible for allowing many rapes to take place. That we have become so self-absorbed that we turn our heads when someone is being led drunkenly away from a club or a party. That witnesses actually encourage abominations like gang rape and videotaped assaults. I believe that we do not simply stop and wonder enough, because change comes from wonder. This week marks my 14th year as a rape survivor. In those 14 years, I have seen little or almost no change in the incidence of sexual violence. It is an epidemic that is denied, ignored, and minimized. If rape were smallpox, we would drown it in resources and awareness until it was quickly wiped out. It is up to all of us here tonight to not only raise awareness about this form of torture, but to actively fight it every day. It is up to you men to step up and be role models, opposing the degradation of females as if each one were your sister. It is up to us women to stop supporting those companies that portray women as brainless lust objects. And it is up to us survivors to speak out and inform the world that violations of the body damage hopes and joy and the spirit. It is time for all of us to exercise social responsibility. And did you ever wonder what life would be like if the night belonged to all of us? Thank you very much.
Alright, so, wow. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Alright, so let's hear another round of applause for John, please. We're actually going to start our march, so if you'd be so kind as to pick up a candle over here, follow the march leaders, you'll see us in the middle, and let's get this thing started.
Not when. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. We're doing